How many legs do moths actually have?
The lunch bell rings and I find myself disinclined to make my way up to the roof. After all, I'm betting Rin knows where Emmy is, and if that's the case, then I doubt she'd bother going up there. More to the point, I doubt we'd have any sort of
Oh, you got this.
scintillating
Yeah.
conversation if she did. Chance Chances are she'd prefer to be alone up there anyway, so I don't accidentally ruin her train of thought or something. Unfortunately, I don't really feel like heading to the cafeteria either. Guess I'll go to the library instead. I need a new book to read anyway, having finished my other ones yesterday before bed. Maybe I can find more by the same author. I love libraries. The smell like dust and paper and ink, all these stories and facts and opinions crowded together in one place makes the air come alive with potential. I'm not sure how to navigate Yamaku's library yet, having mostly stuck to books I brought with me, so I searched for the librarian to ask for help. I suppose she's not a... Hold on. The nurse into librarian is a little too much. Can't believe it. Yuko, looking rather distracted, suddenly emerges from one of the aisles. Excuse me. Oh, can I help you? Oh,
Aww.
can I help you? Actually, I was looking for a book. So am I. Advanced cryptography. We just got it in and now it's gone missing.
Harry Potter.
I really wanted to read that one. Cryptography? Yeah, that is, this guy I knew. No, not sure how to describe it. Let's skip to the end. He got me interested in cryptography, only now the book's gone, and I think it's been stolen. Sounds pretty terrible. Yeah, especially because now I have to search the whole library for it. Even though it's probably not even here. You seem busy, and I seem like a dick. A little. She dashes off down another aisle, and I resign myself to finding my own damn book.
Wow,
Yo,
did he not make the connection?
he's an idiot, and he's a dick. A selfish.
Hisao, what the...
Yo, dude.
This guy's just got a one-track mind.
That has to be it. Plenty of choices. Oh, come on. How did I get lost? These aren't even printed books. They're all in Braille. I guess that makes sense in a school like this, but honestly, it's a little annoying.
I'm sorry, is someone there?
A lilting voice drifts out from behind one of the cubicles set up for research. As I approach, I see Lily's been reading a book that I've been stomping about the aisles. Oh no, I should be apologizing. I didn't mean to make so much noise.
Oh my, is that you, Hisao? I've not heard from you in quite some time. I was beginning to think you'd forgotten all about me. Oh, look at her face!
That blush, though.
Ah,
You see it. You see it.
Senpai noticed me.
Oh.
She's, I love her. I think she's definitely top on my list.
Sorry. Lily laughs at that refined manner of hers and shakes her head.
I'm only teasing you, Hisao. From what I hear, you've been busy. Morning runs with Emi Ibarasaki and lunch on the rooftop, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. Guess word gets around pretty quickly.
That and I can't coax poor Hanako on the roof anymore. You threw Ori's up there, claiming the spot for yourselves.
She chides me gently, though it's pretty clear she's been just teasing me again. Still, I feel an odd need to apologize. Sorry, we could eat lunch somewhere else if it's a real problem.
Oh no, I wouldn't worry about it. Hanako and I have other things to do at lunch too. Such as read in the library, as you can see.
Oh, Hanako's here too? I didn't see her. Lily smiles a bit enigmatically.
Oh, she's around somewhere. But I'm surprised, Hisao, you're in here instead of up there. What brings you to the library?
Well, Emmy's ill, so there's no lunch on the rooftop to keep me occupied. Lily raises an eyebrow at my statement before giving another chuckle.
My poor Rin must feel left out.
It's not like that.
Ah, but I'm sure it isn't. Emmy tends to be the life of whatever group she's in. It's a shame to hear she's fallen ill. Will she be okay?
Somehow I get the feeling that Lily's just inquiring out of politeness, but I respond anyway. The nurse thinks so. I'm going to swing by and see how she's doing after school myself. Another raised eyebrow.
My, what a noble gentleman you are, Hisao.
It's nothing really, just checking up on my friend after all.
Ah, so it's just friends, is it? How disappointing.
Oh! I blush, glad that Lily can't see it. But somehow she knows that I've been flustered by her comment anyway, and laughs.
I'm sorry, Hisao. I'm teasing you again. Please do tell Emmy that I hope she feels better, won't you?
I glance at my watch, reveals that I'm very nearly out of time to find my book. Of course. Hey, I've got to find a book before lunch is over, so I'd better get moving. I'll see you later. That was probably not the best phrase to use. Lily, however, takes my giraffe. You know what? We're gonna keep it. Lily, however, takes my giraffe in stride.
Oh my. Is this a giraffe?
Yes, have you ever seen one before? Oh, I mean...
Oh, you're a right prick, aren't you? Okay.
I'll see myself out.
Oh, Tiggs. Until we meet again, Hisao. What the
Dude, that baby, man. I swear, that man baby. I never do find the book I was looking for, but I walk out with something else instead. My stomach growls slightly, letting me know that I should have had something for lunch. Oh well. I'll grab something before I visit Emmy later. It seems as if time has decided to slow down for the express purpose of annoying the hell out of me. Class feels like it drags on for ages. I suspect that me being consumed with worry probably has something to do with it. Blessedly, the bell rings and I dash out of class, drawing a few raised eyebrows, I'm sure. I spent the majority of the day fretting as unobtrusively as I could. Even though the nurse thinks that Emmy is perfectly okay, I want to see for myself. It doesn't take long to get to the girls' dormitory and make my way to Emmy's room. Standing outside her door, I suddenly pause. Oh, what if she's resting? I'd hate to wake her up, especially if she's still feeling ill. Then again, if she sleeps all day, then it could throw off her sleeping schedule. But rest is important if you're ill, isn't it? I can't decide what to do, so I settle for standing outside the door looking like an idiot. Then I hear Emmy's voice from behind the door.
Thanks for your
Oh, that's
concern.
it. Sorry.
Thanks for your concern, but I really am okay.
Oh no, it's Tyrone. Is she talking to me?
I'll see you at practice tomorrow.
Oh my god, it
Totally
is Tyrone.
Oh god.
Guess not. Still, clearly she's not asleep, so I can knock without worry. So why this clenched feeling in my gut? I wasn't nervous about dropping by the other day, so why today? Granted, I still haven't really had time to figure out this newfound interest in Emmy's well-being. I don't have a lot of experience in the matter, of course, but certainly this seems to go beyond feelings of mere friendship. Dude, you like her. Just get over it.
You like her.
You like her. But
Whoa.
could I take that step? Could I even bring myself to risk what I have right now? I mean, it's enough to be friends with her, isn't it? Either way, shouldn't I just open the door and see how she's doing? That's why I came here, right? What if she's not dressed yet? That's why you knock! The image that flashes through my mind causes my heart to skip a beat. Literally. I should probably not ever think those thoughts again. Not if I want to avoid a heart attack.
I feel like the NSFW version would have a little snippet there of his imagination.
Oh, I suddenly realize I'm still standing in the hallway looking like an idiot. Emmy still seems to be in the middle of a conversation, but I knock anyway. Hopefully she won't mind the interruption.
You worry too much. Come in, the door's unlocked.
So it is. I open the door and step in, which is about where my thought process comes to a grinding halt.
Ah!
She's
She's
adorable.
I get the little blush.
Emmy is sitting up in bed, her hair tousled from a day spent asleep. I think this is the first time I've seen her without those familiar beads in her hair. Her gym shirt and bloomers, obviously hastily pulled on before I came in, are creased and folded from less than proper storage. Her legs lay bare in the sheets. I've never seen Emmy without prosthetics before, yet here she is, slender legs terminating in stumps just below her knees. But as odd as the sight is, I find myself more captivated by everything north of the waist. It seems that
Man.
It seems that Emmy had finished her conversation with whoever was on the phone with her, and is now watching my reaction closely out of her one eye open as she wipes sleep from the other. Her expression, far from being embarrassed, is rather one of a surprisingly wide yawn. One perhaps appropriate from such a small mouth. A grin that for a brief moment seems almost flirtatious tugs at the corner of her mouth as she takes the sight of me in. I can do nothing but remain in a state of fluctuating between fear, confusion, and not a little bit of lust. Emmy hastily sweeps her hair out of her eyes, fixing it back into place before addressing me.
You seem a bit caught off guard, Hisao.
A wave of laughter erupts from her, and I find myself grinning and rubbing the back of my head ruefully. Sorry, I've just never seen someone so disabled look so attractive.
Disheveled. Sorry.
Never seen you without your legs on. Never seen you look so... sorry. Emmy giggles and moves to sit up a little straighter. I'm caught up in the movements of her shirt, very nearly losing myself.
Oh, Jesus, he said.
Just...
I was wondering what your reaction would be. The nurse called and told me you were going to drop by, you see. And I know you haven't seen me, well, you know, without legs.
I respond in a tone of casual surprise. Oh, you don't have them on? I didn't notice. This is almost the truth. I very nearly didn't. I'm not trying to be suave or anything, mind you. Somehow I think Emmy would get offended by that. Instead, she sticks her tongue out at me and chucks a pillow at my head.
Ass.
I definitely catch the pillow and take careful aim before throwing. Emmy laughs and rolls to one side, dodging my shot, and the shifting of her shirt distracting me enough so that the next thrown pillow hits me right between the eyes. Ugh. I retaliate, of course. And once I've retaliated twice, well, a war was bound to break out sooner or later. And really, when Emmy appears to have far better aim than me, well, it was just a matter of time before I had to resort to a suicidal charge. Oh. Oh. Gotcha.
Eep!
Did I just get the shit kicked out of me? And once the charge was accomplished, well, of course, I'd have to wrestle the pillows away from her. And with a kind of struggle, of course, we'd wind up in this... in this sort of position.
Oh. Oh.
And so I find myself staring down at her from my position atop her. Well...
Hot damn, Hisao. How are you not dead right now?
She's grinning, eyes sparkling with amusement, maybe a little sweaty now from our tussle. Her chest is heaving up and down, sucking in air. The small bit of my brain that is not currently enraptured by the sight and smell of her observes that she must still be ill because her stamina is not what it should be. We stay that way for a while. I'm not sure how long because everything seems to go fuzzy. Everything that isn't her, anyway. Her eyes meet mine, and deep inside them, I almost catch a glimpse of... what? Fear? Longing? Hope? Emmy? A cough suddenly convulses her, and I'm almost and I'm almost stumbling in my haste to get off to apologize for everything. Sorry, I shouldn't have.
It's fine, it's fine.
She gives me a reassuring pat on the shoulder.
So, what brings you here?
She's still breathing hard, and that causes her voice to shake slightly. Well, before I was so rudely assaulted by pillows, I came to see how you were doing. That earns me yet another shove, and I nearly fall off her bed. Emmy's eyes sparkle again, and I wonder how I never noticed how attractive they are before. You have noticed how attractive they are before.
Consumed with worry, were you?
Her tone is mocking, hotly teasing. She throws her arm across her forehead dramatically, grin still apparent from underneath.
Couldn't bear the thought of me laying deathly ill.
As we both recover from our brief wrestling match, Emmy appears to fall back on teasing me. Well, I wouldn't say consumed with worry, but after you didn't show up this morning like a total wuss... Emmy pouts, crossing her arms petulantly and sticking her lower lip out.
Petulantly. Sorry.
God damn it!
You'll get there, you'll get there.
It's not my fault. Nurse wouldn't allow it.
Sure he wouldn't. I completely believe you. Emmy sticks her tongue out again.
You're such a jerk, Hisao.
So how was your day then, eh? Oh what, is he Canadian now? Eh? Did you enjoy slacking off, eh?
We're rubbing off on him.
Not really. The phone woke me up pretty early on.
The phone?
Yeah, Tyrone called to make sure I was doing okay. Also to let me know it was okay to skip practice. He would beat me up later.
That's not funny. Oh.
Tyrone's a dick.
Oh. Good, at least she wasn't alone all day. Someone checked up on her. Although I can't help but think that it should have been me. Oh, that's good. He really keeps an eye on you then, huh? Emmy shrugs.
It's his job. Part of being the captain means you know where your team members are when they're not in school. Still, I guess it was nice of him to call, huh?
Uh-huh.
Hisao is rattled.
So jealous.
Yeah.
Emmy yawns and shimmies down into a more comfortable position.
So how was your day?
Kind of uneventful, you know. I went ahead and ran by myself and talked with the nurse about how you were doing. I meandered through the day's events, none of which are particularly engrossing. That's when I'm distracted by an arm finding its way across my waist. What? Oh, it seems that Emmy. Oh, I was just like, wait, what?
You bored her to sleep.
Oh. It seems that Emmy fell asleep while I was talking, so I draw her blanket to cover us. Yo. Oh.
This is a big step, Hisao.
Yeah, this is.
Man.
Don't fuck it up, man.
You went from like saying you were friends to a pillow fight to just straight up like chilling in bed together.
You're making strides. He's making strides. She's rolled over to her side, and now one leg's thrown over my leg, effectively trapping me. Hey. It seems a shame to wake her, but I have things to do. I gently shake her, but in response she only tightens her arm's grip on me and sighs a little. My resistance to this position crumbles rather quickly. The feeling of her body breathing steadily is both calming and incredibly stimulating at the same time.
Boing.
My breathing cannot decide if it wants to relax or speed up. Relaxation wins, and I find myself putting an arm around Emmy. I think I'm in love. The words slip out and hang in the air unnoticed. At least, I hope they've gone unnoticed. Emmy whimpers weakly through her dream, and her grip suddenly tightens again. For the first time since I've known her, I see tears running down Emmy's face. It feels like my heart is about to break. I instinctively tighten my own grip and stroke her hair in what I hope is a soothing manner. Words of comfort, meaningless in this situation, spring to mind. Maybe I should wake her up. Are you supposed to wake up people having nightmares? I can't for the life of me remember. The decision is taken from me as Emmy suddenly jerks awake with a cry.
Dad!
This is more than I think I want to hear without her knowing. I quickly sit upright and gently shake her shoulder to steer her. Hey, you okay? What a silly question.
Huh? What? Hisao!
She shakes her head as if to clear it and quickly wipes her eyes. You had a nightmare, I think. Emmy shudders again and glances up at me a little cautiously, as if unsure whether or not she's actually up.
Yeah, I guess so.
You want to talk about it?
Hmm?
A speedy internal debate seems to be going on in her head, which resolves itself with a shrug.
Nah, I don't really remember much of it.
I'm pretty sure she's lying to me, but somehow I don't think I should press the issue. Emmy shudders again and turns towards me, looking a little sheepish.
Sorry for falling asleep on you like that.
I keep my voice as soothing as I can. Hey, don't worry about it. You've been ill.
Yeah, I guess that cold medicine's just made me a little drowsy.
I guess so. Emmy doesn't strike me as the sort of person who'd fall asleep at the drop of a hat. Rin, maybe, but Emmy's far too energetic. Emmy gives a half smile at my response, and then just like that, she's back to her old self.
Well, prepare yourself for tomorrow morning, Hisao. We'll have to go twice as hard to make up for today.
But I went running this morning.
No excuse.
Oh, fine. I'll be ready for you. Emmy nods, satisfied.
Good.
I take this as my cue to exit. Well, I'd better get going, especially if I want to get enough sleep for tomorrow. I hop off the bed and head for the door.
Hey, Hisao.
Hmm? I pivot neatly on my heel and face Emmy. She opens her mouth to say something, and then in another, first, I see her falter slightly. She closes her mouth and opens it again.
Thanks. For dropping by, I mean. You're kind of the first visitor I've ever had who wasn't Rin.
Now that's surprising. I'd figured that Emmy'd have people dropping by all the time. She's certainly popular enough, or so I thought. Always talking to people in the hallways. Emmy hesitates again.
And thanks for staying around after well...
A look of pain flits across her face.
You know... It helped.
She brightens back up and waves cheerily at me.
See you tomorrow.
Yeah, see you later. I'm just about to exit the door when something makes me turn around again. Hey, Emmy?
Hmm?
Anytime you need to talk, let me know, okay? Emmy seems taken aback by this offer. Her grin gets even wider.
Sure thing, Hisao. See you in the morning. Fucking leave, please.
I exit Emmy's room with my head in a whirl. Should I... Should I have even left? Was she really okay? I want to turn around and march back into the hallway, open the door, and tell her, I love you.
And will always love you.
Wow, it is. Tell her I love her. Oh my god, it's so...
Yes.
Tell her I think she's beautiful. Tell her that I'll be there when she needs me. I want to stay with her, to hold her close as she falls back to sleep. How many nights has she woken up like that? Only to find that nobody's there. I want to be that person she can be with when that happens. It's a silly thought, I know. We don't know each other that well, do we? The whole idea, while exhilarating, also makes me feel worry. Worry, perhaps, that I'd overstep my bounds. Worry that Tyrone might find out and kick my ass. And now, to add to my troubles, it seems as if Emi herself already has an interest in someone else. This track captain of hers, who seems so interested in her well-being. True, I've only seen the two of them together a few times, but it doesn't change the fact that they seem better suited to one another. There's really nothing to be done about that. I need to take my mind off this whole situation. I've got homework to do. Maybe that'll distract me. Ooh,
Save point.
save point is right.
Damn, he's getting pretty far in there.
That was a pretty speedy,
Mm-hmm.
from 0 to hero. Ugh. A night of restlessness has left me feeling fairly groggy this morning. The events of the previous day keeps intruding upon my mind. The memory of how Emmy felt against me, the memory of our wrestling match, and most bothersome, the memory of our nightmare. She was in so much pain. I can't stop wondering what it must be like for her to wake up with nobody there. The shower shocks me awake with hot water. Awake, but still worried. What will happen today? Will things just go back to normal? End of the episode? Back to the status quo? There was a connection yesterday. Something that nearly pushed us past the boundaries of normal friendship. Would that have been so bad? My mind goes back to the look in Emmy's eyes after our pillow fight. It almost seemed like she was daring me to go on. Almost. But I can't know for sure. Anyway, Tyrone's probably first in her affections. But even after I say that, my mind is already snorting derisively. Derisively?
Derisively.
Derisively? I'm just looking for an excuse, a reason for everything to go wrong. A reason not to try. It's not as if I've seen the two of them together outside of track practice, and clearly he's never visited. Emmy said as much herself. If they were close, he'd visit. I'm such a wuss. I ought to just go for it anyway. Damn the consequence. Oh, that's what Emmy would do, I think. Hell, I know that's what she would do. Which is partially why I'm convinced that there's no interest on her end. She hasn't acted either. Maybe because of this Tyrone. It's possibly she's a bit of an unrequited crush thing going on. But who would be able to clarify the relationship? It sure as hell can't be Emmy. She'd probably just laugh and ask why I wanted to know. And I'm not ready to answer that yet. Rin. Rin would probably just give me a cryptic answer or something. And then with my luck, she'd just ask Emmy, who would ask me why I wanted to know. And I've already covered that problem. I wonder. Could I get away with asking the nurse? He seems pretty protective of Emmy. I'm sure he'd know if something was up. If he owes me for not letting Emmy know he'd forgot to tell me about her being ill, so he'll keep quiet. What if he asks me why I want to know, though? I can shake him off. Just say I'm curious as a friend. He'll buy that, won't he? Of course! That's settled then. After the run, I'll talk with him while Emmy's waiting outside the office. There's no sign of Emmy when I arrived at the track. Is she still too ill? I decide to give her 10 minutes. I'm a little early, and she was ill yesterday, so if she takes a while to show up, it shouldn't be surprising. Still, I'd hate to waste my time, so I occupy myself by stretching and pacing back and forth anxiously. What if I went too far yesterday? What if she doesn't come because she's embarrassed? What if...
You're early again, Hisao. I'm impressed.
Just like that, I feel some of the tension leaving my body. Emmy seems to be bright and cheerful as usual, with no sign that she even was ill the other day, much less had less than restful sleep. Still, I have to ask. Sleep well last night? It's just a throwaway question. Small talk. The sort of thing people ask someone they bump into in the cafe while getting their morning coffee. But not for us. At least, not for me. I don't know if Emmy realizes that I'm actually concerned about how well she slept last night, but the question does give her pause. After a short moment of what seems like her genuinely pondering this, she nods.
Yep, sure did.
Was it because of me? Did I actually help? Whoa, don't get ahead of yourself now. Or are you just saying that to get me to stop asking questions? Good to hear. Emmy grins and begins warming up.
So, ready to begin?
Am I ready? Of course I'm ready. I was born ready. Emmy laughs at my bravado and we take off running. I keep a steady pace the whole time, breathing steadily. Oh. I still feel dead at the end, but at least I don't gasp like a fish out of water now. Emmy is positively beaming after the run today.
Nice job, Hisao. You're improving. You'll be half as fast as me in no time.
This last line was delivered with a teasing grin that I've grown all too used to. How exciting. Emmy begins to run her sprints while I take a cool down lap. She's really pushing herself today. But by the time I'm done my lap, she's laying across one of the bleachers looking exhausted. Goodness, not pushing it is a little too much today. Are you? You did just have a cold, you'll recall. Emmy gives an annoyed snort and sits up.
Bah, I'm just trying to make up for last time, that's all. I went twice as hard today, you know. A good run always gets the kinks out, you know? Clears the mind, too.
No. Emmy nods vigorously.
Yep, it's a great outlet for that sort of thing.
She does not explain further, and I don't ask. I suspect I know the real reason she went so hard today. Being sick had nothing to do with it. Something's bothering her. Maybe the nightmare? Maybe something else? Maybe me? But it's not my place to pry. She'd tell me if she wanted me to know. I'm sure that comes in handy.
You have no idea.
The sincerity in her voice confirms my suspicion. The only problem is, even though I know she'd tell me if she wanted me to know, I still want to know. Something on your mind then? Emmy doesn't seem surprised by my question. Instead, she shrugs.
Nah, it's nothing getting worried about.
She seems as if she's trying to convince herself as much as she's convincing me. I open my mouth to ask if yesterday is responsible for her current state of mind, but think better of it. Too much risk for her taking the question the wrong way. Besides, I'm not even sure what to think about yesterday. Really, I can only get as far as how it felt to have Emmy sleeping next to me before my brain shuts down. Having her before me now, covered in sweat and looking wearily at me, she's making...
Riley.
Riley?
Yeah.
Why did I think wearily? Riley at me, she's making it difficult to think. Yeah, I hear you.
We'd better hurry to see the nurse. We're running short on time.
Aren't we always? Emmy laughs at this, a dry chuckle that seems most un-Emmy-like.
Too true.
For a brief moment, she looks old, worn down by some old hurt. But just like yesterday, I can almost see her shouldering the burden and straightening up slightly. And then she's back to being Emmy again.
Come on, Hisao, race ya.
With a sudden smile, she darts off. Hey, no fair! I take off after her, knowing I won't catch her, but not really caring. Even if there's no chance of catching her, I'll still run after her. Oh, that was some foreshadowing, some imagery. Emmy's waiting for me at the door as I arrive.
Well, well, look who's finally shown up.
Yeah. Enjoy your victory while you can. Emmy grins as the nurse pokes his head out of the door. Well, there you are. Come on in, Hisao. In what has become a familiar routine by now, he checks my blood pressure and my heart rate. A bit fast today, isn't it? Yeah, I kind of raced Emmy here. The nurse laughs. That's never a good idea. He leans in and whispers to me in conspiratory manner. I don't know if you've heard, but Emmy's a bit of a track star. I reel back in mock surprise. Really? She's never mentioned it before. The two of us share a laugh. Did she do okay today? Cold seemed to bother her. Why don't you ask her? He rolls his eyes in exasperation. Of course I'm gonna ask her too, but she'll tell me that she didn't have any problem, regardless of whether she did or not she did. So I'm asking you because you're her friend and would probably tell me if she had trouble today. When he puts it that way, it makes a lot of sense. She seemed pretty good today, if a little more tired than usual. She was already feeling better when I dropped by yesterday, so I'm not that surprised. The nurse nods, though I notice he tenses slightly when I mention yesterday's visit. Well, that's good to hear. I figured it was just a 24-hour thing. Emmy tends to recover quickly from colds and the like. Speaking of Emmy, are she and the track captain, Tyrone, well, you know... A look of suspicion crosses his face. Why do you ask? Well, they just seem kind of close, and I was just curious, you know? And I'd never ask her because that would be kind of embarrassing. So far, so good. Now to really sell it. Besides, I think they'd make a cute couple. The nurse laughs. Well, I don't suppose you're the first to think that. But I think I can say with some certainty that the two of them will never do anything like that. Certainty? Yep. Not that I could tell you, of course. Confidentiality and all that. Tyrone doesn't have a penis. That's it.
Of course.
That is it. That
Of
is the
course.
only answer.
Like a eunuch or like a lady boy, but the other way around.
I have no idea.
A boy lady.
We'll have to find out. Yeah, right. You're just holding a secret over my head. That too. Right. Get out of here. I'm a busy man, you know. I roll my eyes at his last statement and head out the door, motioning to Emmy to go in. The whole time I'm trying to keep from doing a celebratory dance. The two of them will never do anything like that. That's precisely the sort of thing I want
I
to
can
hear.
just imagine Hisao like out in the hallway, just like punching the air and like dancing like a total dork.
And then like Emmy pops her head and it's like, oh, by the way, I'll...
And he's like, what are you doing?
there was a bee. There was a bee.
It's gone. It's
Yeah.
gone now.
I'm half tempted to make the sort of some sort of a move on Emmy right now, but I think the nurse would probably disapprove. Besides, I still don't know exactly how Emmy feels about me. I mean, it's obvious that she cares about me as a friend, but something more than that, I can't be certain. Even so, I can't help feel hopeful. I just need to figure out a good time to tell Emmy exactly how I feel. That puzzle should keep me occupied for the rest of the day at least.
Another day, walking on beside you, kicking at pebbles, we laughed and you too. At all our worry, at all the hurry, standing and bowing, the perfect student. But on the way I got injured and broken, put on a smile, a mask to joke with, pretending like I was gonna be fine. I guess that somehow I finally learned to grow up. Could you really